Disneyland's 70th anniversary is finally here, and we're gonna share everything that you need to know before you arrive. So let's get going. Now, we're gonna break this guide into distinct sections. Each of the sections will be marked with timestamps for your browsing convenience, so be sure to check those out. If you wanna skip ahead, that's fine, I don't blame you. But first, let's cover some basic information about Disneyland's 70th anniversary. What we know, what we don't know, even now, there's some things that we don't know. So first off, the event runs from Friday, May 16th, 2025 until September 2026. We don't have a specific end date as of yet, but this event will span 16 months, so there's no rush to see it in the first month. However, you do have to balance that with holidays because, well, they will impact the crowds here. What do I mean? Well, one of the biggest questions that I've seen pertaining to the 70th anniversary is, will Halloween replace the 70th here at Disneyland? How's that gonna work? You know, there's all sorts of decorations up around the park, there's seasonal foods for the 70th, which we'll talk about in just a little bit, but Halloween also has its own decorations and its own food. So what's gonna happen? My best guess is that the 70th medallion on the castle and the banners around the castle will remain, as well as the medallion just inside the turnstiles area in front of Main Street Station. However, the medallion in Town Square, I assume, will make way for Winky Blinky at Halloween and that big Christmas tree at Christmas time. There likely will be a hybrid of both sets of decorations available throughout the year. With regards to fireworks, this one's going to be a little bit more questionable, but I would expect that Halloween Screams will replace Wondrous Journeys, as Wondrous Journeys is not a 70th anniversary specific fireworks show. Likewise, Believe in Holiday Magic will likely run at Christmas. How about Paint the Night though? Okay, I think that's really probably the bigger question that people have. Is Paint the Night gonna run during Halloween? I would expect that it will, because there's no themed Halloween parade. I know that at Christmas time though, they do have the Christmas Fantasy Parade, and if we take a nod from the 60th anniversary, the Christmas Fantasy Parade went during the daytime, and the Paint the Night parade ran during the nighttime performance. So that's likely what's gonna happen at Christmas as well. I expect Paint the Night and Christmas Fantasy both to be running at Christmas based on the 60th anniversary. Now let's move on to food. Jolly Holiday Cafe behind me, of course, one of my favorite places to get food, especially seasonal foods at Disneyland. With the kickoff of the 70th anniversary, we saw the introduction of over 40 new food items at Disneyland and more than 70 resort-wide. It's crazy. And this is on top of the 40 plus new items that they dropped for summer of 2025 as well. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of new food at Disneyland this year. I have a separate 70th anniversary food video already up on the channel that you can go check out after this one to see my family's thoughts and reviews on our top picks from the new releases. They have a lot of new meal options, like the fried tamale walking taco from Rancho del Zocalo, or the grilled Tahitian ribs from Bengal Barbecue. There's the wed chili cheese baked potato from Troubadour Tavern, and the pulled pork mac and cheese in a bread bowl from Refreshment Corner, and more. As far as iconic 70th snacks go, you'll find the 70th Celebration Macaron at the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe, along with the Celebration Matterhorn Macaroon. Red Rose Tavern has turned the gray stuff into the 70th stuff, and several churro carts around the park have the new 70th Celebration Churro. Plaza Inn, known for their cakes, has a 70th Celebration cake, and the confectionaries have a ton of new 70th baked goods and sweet treats as well, like this marshmallow wand we got just this morning. Now, the same question from earlier about parades also applies to food. Will all of this still be here come Halloween? I kinda doubt it, because I'm basing my guess off of the Disney 100 celebration in 2023. In January, they debuted a whole bunch of new foods, and then when the first round of seasonal foods came, it replaced a lot of it, not all of it. Like the iconic stuff with the Disney 100 like logos and things, those all stuck around. But a lot of the food type items, like those grilled Tahitian ribs from Bengal Barbecue that we have for the 70th, those types of food items disappeared with the seasonal foods. And so it might happen again, but the thing that we have to weigh is they just launched those 40 new summer food items at the same time as the 70th, so there's a good chance that when they replace food for Halloween food, it might be all of those summer foods and all of the 70th food will still be here. So again, like I said, we still just don't know. These are my guesses, these are my speculations, the best that I can come up with. It's gonna be 50-50. Either the food is gonna, well, either about half of the food will still be here, or all of the food will still be here. But there absolutely will be some food still here. I just don't know if all of it will be. Now let's talk about some of the merchandise. So I filmed a merchandise video as well, and you can check out that dedicated video. Basically, the bottom line is with the 70th anniversary, kind of like all these bullet points, I have separate videos for. Not every single one, but a good chunk of them I have separate videos for. And you can check out the merch one. They have a bunch of new merchandise. They have the Castle collection, they've got the 70th anniversary collection, and the 70th stuff. There's just so much new stuff. I thought I had seen it all, and then I found more. And I thought I had seen it all, and then I found more. And I thought I'd seen it all, and I found more. You kind of get the picture here. There's just so much 70th merchandise. But there are also, there's one 70th item that most everybody has heard about that actually interacts with the park, and it's called the Key to Disneyland. And you're seeing that on your screen right now, the Key to Disneyland. This thing costs $59.99. And it has a commemorative pin inside, one of 9 commemorative pins. And in order to get that pin, you have to go around the park to different key stations, put the key in these key stations, and unlock 9 different spots in the 9 different lands around Disneyland, and then you can unlock that commemorative pin. Of course, there is a way to hack the key and get the pin if you don't have time to go all to the 7 lands. That's fine, but it's meant to be like an interactive thing you do in the park. Take the key, visit the lands. Each one is going to unlock some music in the key, so there's like different music for different lands. And when you first get the key, all it has is Walt's introductory speech. And then as you go to more lands, you unlock more sound effects, and it is pretty neat, it is pretty fun. My kids really enjoyed going around and doing that at the different key spots throughout the park. We are going to take a brief moment now to show you, highlight those different key locations, because when I was trying to figure out where these were, it wasn't super obvious to me based on the descriptions online. So I want to show it to you. We'll just take a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you all the key spots right now. And those lock stations are going to be in each of the 9 lands of Disneyland. So Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Frontierland, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Fantasyland, Toontown, Tomorrowland, Main Street, I think. I lost the count of the 9, but there are 9 different stations where you will go find these lock stations. And we're going to come in here to Adventureland and look for the first one. Bayou Country, that was the one I missed. Well, we looked around Adventureland looking for this key location ourselves and could not find it, so I brought it up on the phone. I don't know if you can see it here. It's actually pointing in the bazaar. So we're going to go over here and check the bazaar. What I had to do was Google Disney Key to Disneyland, and then I had to zoom way in on the map. You can scroll around on this map, actually. I can't do it with one finger apparently because it's zoomed in. But we can find all of the different locations on the map here by going on their website, Key to Disneyland. And again, we're going to come over here to the bazaar. It's probably back by where the magic lamp of Aladdin used to be, if I had to guess. That's where also there's like a long line of people as well. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. In New Orleans Square, here is the next key location. It's gonna be right there against the wall. And the line actually for this doesn't look too bad. This is by the bathrooms and the Mint Julep Bar. Mint Julep Bar is right up there around the right. And then there is the Disneyland Railroad. And again, just flip right back around here, and this is the line for the Key to Disneyland. In Bayou Country, the Key to Disneyland location is going to be over in front of Lewis's Critter Club and Pooh Corner. This is the line right here for it. Again, we're not going to show every single one of these in action, but I will show you where they're located. Here is the location for the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge key, and look at the line for this one. Again, just a lot of people lined up to do these key activities. The Frontierland location for the Key of Disneyland is located at the entrance of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Fantasyland over by that area. And it's over by this little red cart right here. And this is pretty cool. It shoots out a lot of bubbles. So that's a really unique one. Also, that lights up in the screen there too. So for spatial reference, Fantasyland is right there. Where the back of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, there's bits of it right there. You could come from Frontierland over that way, and then right over here is the entrance to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and the line is right here with that red cart over there. for the Fantasyland key to Disneyland, we are here in the Fantasy Fair area next to the Royal Theater. And here is the lock, which is on the pathway towards, if you went down this tunnel, you'd end up at Rancho del Zocalo, the Mexican restaurant in Frontierland. It's got a really long line going all the way back there, so we're probably going to skip this one. Now, one of the longer lines for the key to Disneyland is over here in Tomorrowland, and it's going to be right next to the entrance to Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. That's what you see this big crowd of people all lined up for. We're not going to be able to get any closer than this, but that's where it's located. Crowd levels already looking better for the key to Disneyland the next day. This is Saturday now, not opening day, and look, my kids are able to just go right into this fire hall. Last time there was a big crazy long line here, so already crowd levels for these keys are much better now. And we got some lights on the back. Up here in Toontown, we find the final key for the key to Disneyland location. We also have the topiary we have to go track down at some point, which is the final one that unlocks everything. But this is the final land one, and this is kind of how I expected this key thing to go. Just a couple of people doing it, but not like a long, massive line. So that's where it's located, right next to Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. And the final key location, where you come after you get all 9 lands unlocked, is right by the entrance of Disneyland. After you go through the turnstiles, it's where it's located. It's this little topiary, and we're gonna do it and get our commemorative pin. Watch out, turn it around, turn it around. Let's see what we got. And it is Haunted Mansion. Ooh, I feel like that would be a very sought after one. Everybody loves the Haunted Mansion. Another merch-related item that you'll probably be interested in is the Mickey Popcorn Bucket. And this line that you're seeing here in the hub is for the Mickey Popcorn Bucket. You can buy them at a lot of different popcorn stands. You can buy them at a lot of different restaurants. Sometimes they're on mobile order. If there are too many mobile orders, they'll take them off the mobile order. But the Mickey Popcorn Bucket, this guy like moves and talks and things like that. The footage you're seeing is from earlier in the day. But yeah, this is the type of popcorn bucket that you can get. This item is, what is the price on that? $55. Okay, now I'm back to this spot where we were initially filming here to talk about something else, and that is similar to those key interactions. There are also MagicBand spots that are around Disneyland, and of course you need a MagicBand to do this. MagicBand Plus in particular, but it doesn't need to be the 70th anniversary MagicBand. Any MagicBand will do, but again, it's something that requires the purchase of merchandise at Disneyland. A lot of us who are locals already have MagicBands, but even, I will tell you this, when we go to Walt Disney World, we bought a MagicBand every single year, even though we're not local. I absolutely love MagicBands and think they're a worthy purchase, especially if you come at least once a year. If you come once every 5 years, probably not, unless you want the memento or the keepsake. Hello! And I just met some viewers. Thank you guys for saying hi. I'm always happy to meet folks. So, like I said, I always tell you, please say hello even if I'm filming. I'll do what I just did. I'll turn it off and I'll turn it right back on. But there's MagicBand spots all around the park that are really fun. And I'm gonna take a brief moment to show you those spots now as well. We are looking for this key location. We think it might be back here. I've heard that it's there's a locker thing. And oh, this isn't for the key location. This is for a MagicBand function. There's actually a bunch of MagicBand spots for the 70th too, and we're going to talk about those here as well. All right, go ahead. This is one of those spots. Amy's going to tap her MagicBand, and you actually get something. There's a little spot right down here, and you get a little ticket. How cool is that? Mekong Maiden. So here is a closer look at that little ticket. The Mekong Maiden, traveling aboard the Mekong Maiden, non-transferable, valued magic key holder. Interesting, 70 years. On the back, we have the Jungle Navigation Company, riverboats, Schweitzer Falls, and the Congo. So that's interesting, and I believe that there are 5 locations where you can get tickets like this. There are 5 different free tickets, and they are, actually this one says Magic Key Holder on it. I don't think, you don't have to be a Magic Key Holder to get this. I think it might just print something differently for Magic Key versus others, because this is printed on and then it comes out. There are 5 spots for the MagicBand thing in across Disneyland, and Frontierland is one of them. It's going to be right over here. We're going to wait in line and show you how it works. And this is on the string of shops right next to Golden Horseshoe. And this one is called the Frontierland Souvenir Ticket Office. This is, I think, like a new area. I don't think I've ever noticed this before. But I believe, you know, they did have a big construction wall up here for a while, so that's what they were doing. This one has a couple of different spots, so you can do multiple people at once. And I can just come over here, put my MagicBand there, and then I'm gonna get a ticket.
They're different.
House rules. Oh, they're all different. Mark Twain Riverboat. Oh yeah. Golden Horseshoe Review, Mark Twain Riverboat. And this is the third one. First class fare, valued Magic Key holder. Disneyland Railroad Grand Central Tour. Our next MagicBand spot is going to be on the reverse side here of the castle, and the line is over here heading into the tunnel towards the Frontierland direction. And so this line that's queuing up, that is for the MagicBand touch spot. All right, so this location has a bunch of different ones. Go ahead, boys.
You do the first one.
Well, that one's down here.
This makes me dizzy.
And if you come here to see Tilly, Tilly is the name of the ticket booth master here. And Tilly is going to give you a ticket. And this ticket is an invitation, admit one, to a new verse, which is going to be the new show that is playing in here starting on July 17th. There is also going to be a MagicBand spot in Autopia, or near Autopia rather. It says Route 70 Autopia there, but the buttons outside here say coming soon. So it's not ready as of the start of the 70th anniversary, but this location is right across from the entrance to Autopia. Now let's talk about attractions. Admittedly, there aren't a lot of things to go in this category, but there are a few rides around the park and things coming soon that are specifically new for the 70th anniversary. One of them is It's a Small World behind me, which I just got done writing and filming the all-new Coco scene. So you're gonna see that on your screen right now. It's not big, it's not flashy, it's just adding another Disney character to It's a Small World here at Disneyland. One of my favorite things about It's a Small World at Disneyland is that it does include Disney characters, as opposed to the one in Walt Disney World, which is completely devoid of them. So we've added yet another one to our ride here at Disneyland. Later on this year, they're going to be releasing a new verse to It's a Small World as well. The Last Verse, it's called, written by Richard Sherman before he passed away, and I believe it's going to be debuting on Disneyland's birthday, July 17th. Also debuting on Disneyland's birthday is Walt Disney: A Magical Life at Main Street Opera House. It's replacing Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln for now, before it will move to an alternating schedule with it, but I imagine during the 70th, it will be Walt Disney: A Magical Life. Supposed to originally be open already for the 70th anniversary, but it got moved to Disneyland's birthday on July 17th. Additionally, a new verse, a show about that last new verse here at It's a Small World, will debut at Main Street Cinema, and it'll be playing just on a loop in the little like black and white theater that they have there on Main Street. Additionally, Toy Story Midway Mania over Disney California Adventure is sporting new stickers on the points in the attraction that will allow you to score extra points. And there are, of course, 70 stickers. So that one's pretty interesting. We haven't ridden it with it active yet, but we did see announcements about the stickers the last time that we rode it. And then the Disneyland Monorail has a new 70th anniversary. And here it is right here, the Disneyland Monorail with its all new 70th anniversary. Why am I blanking on the word? Wrap, there you go. 70th anniversary wrap, celebrate happy. On the monorail there. Admittedly, that last one is a little questionable. I mean, it's just a wrap. It doesn't affect the enjoyment of the ride. But I do wish that Disneyland would do more stuff like this. And what do I mean? Like just unique special things on the rides, like over at Toy Story Midway Mania that say, hey, the 70th anniversary is going on. You remember how they put those Pizza Planet trucks up for Pixar Fest? Why don't they have something like that in all the rides, like little Easter eggs for us to look out for 70th anniversary? I hope somebody at Disney gets with the program and adds that a little bit later on, because I think that would just be super special. As it stands, once you get off of Main Street, you wouldn't even really be able to tell that it's the 70th anniversary around the park. I feel like that's the case, to be honest with you. Which is a little disappointing to me when Christmas has more decorations than a year-long 70th anniversary. And then our final topic for this video is going to be entertainment. And this is gonna be like a hybrid tips vlog. I already filmed everything vlog style yesterday, and now we're just gonna talk through it, and I might put in actual clips of me enjoying it, or I might just show you B-roll. I don't really know how I'm gonna edit the video until I edit it. But it's my goal to create an itinerary for you that will allow you to see everything in one day, or it was, I should say, my goal. I didn't quite accomplish that yesterday, but I did get to see a whole bunch of stuff. So first off, the first thing you're going to want to be aware of is the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade. That happens in the hub, well, basically the stretch from Small World to Main Street, the parade route, of course. And this is going to take place at 1:30, and it's going to be up at It's a Small World going down to Main Street. And then at 2:45, it goes from Main Street back to up to It's a Small World. I saw the 1:30 one, and I waited up for it up by It's a Small World, so that's where you're seeing all the footage, of course. And then after that, we hopped over to DCA to catch the Better Together parade at 2:30. This is a full-on parade. It's the Pixar Fest parade that they had last year. They just brought it back for this year at DCA, and they have one at 2:30 and 5 o'clock. The 2:30 one starts at Guardians of the Galaxy and wraps its way down to Silly Symphony Swings, and then the 5 o'clock one goes in reverse from Silly Symphony Swings back to Guardians of the Galaxy, going along the main walking route through Disney California Adventure. Paint the Night is going to be the next thing really on your agenda. Nothing from 2:30 to 8:45. Paint the Night is at 8:45 and 10:45. So they have two showings. The 8:45 showing is going to start at It's a Small World, similar to that cavalcade, and work its way down to Main Street. And then at 10:45, it'll start at Main Street, work its way back up to It's a Small World. So plan accordingly. We saw the 8:45 showing. In fact, I had a Paint the Night dining package. Separate video on that if you want to check out my dining package review. And so I saw the 8:45 one, and the footage that you're seeing is from the reserved area for the Paint the Night dining package. However, Amy and my kids waited on Main Street because they wanted to see the next item, and they should have footage from it. I haven't seen it yet, but that's Wondrous Journeys, the fireworks show. Immediately after Paint the Night, you can just walk into Main Street and take up space in there and then watch Wondrous Journeys behind the castle. They also have projections on Main Street. That's why I camped her out on Main Street, so that she would be able to see the projections and not really have to fight for a position for fireworks afterwards. What I did next, as soon as the parade was over, I hopped over to Disney California Adventure to go see World of Color Happiness, the 10:15 showing in particular.
So sing and dance and have some fun, but don't jump in the bay, please.
Don't jump in the bay? Well, no one said don't jump over the bay.
So the 8:45 Paint the Night, and then I caught the 10:15 showing of World of Color Happiness. And they have two showings of World of Color Happiness. It's at 9 o'clock and 10:15, at least when the park closes at 10, they have two showings. And again, I caught the 10:15 one. I had plenty of time. I got over there at about, I don't know, 9:30, 9:35, and then I was able to catch World of Color Happiness without issue.
Joy?
An inspiration to all the world.
Did someone say joy? Okay, emotions, let me hear you sing.
Are you kidding?
I had a dream once.
I'm malicious, mean, and scary. My Snickerdoodle-Dairy. If you really want to be happy, you gotta get up and make something happen.
Hello, everybody. Oh, anxiety. Huh, seems like trying to make everyone happy would be a lot of pressure.
I'm a strong one. I'm not nervous. I'm as tough as the crust of the earth is.
I guess you'd call this happiness.
You know, I think it is.
The final thing that you need to be aware of that's going on at Disneyland is something called Tapestry of Happiness. It's a projection show on It's a Small World, and everything that I've heard said this is a 10 out of 10 show. Quite possibly the best show that Disney's ever put together, and people have just been praising it like crazy. I did not get a chance to see it. They do have an 11:30 showing. I could have made it after World of Color Happiness, but at that point I was wiped out. I had to go back and edit that Paint the Night video, so I didn't get a chance to go up and see it. If you see Wondrous Journeys, you're not going to make the 9:51, but you can catch the 10:21. And if you see World of Color Happiness at 10:15, you can catch the 11:31. But again, you just have to sort of plan accordingly, work it into your schedule. Most of this stuff is, I actually was able, or would have been able to see everything but Wondrous Journeys if I wanted to see World of Color Happiness in there. If I was just staying at Disneyland, see Wondrous Journeys and save World of Color Happiness for a DCA day, of course. But it is mostly possible to get all of this stuff done in just one day if you have a park hopper. Let me tell you, I'll give you firsthand, it was a crazy day. Absolutely crazy day. And that's it for our time here today at Disneyland, giving you an ultimate guide for the 70th anniversary. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. If you got questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. Click the playlist on your screen to check out more of my 70th anniversary videos. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.